I want to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show Testify. We have a show that I think you'll be quite interested in today. We're going to be talking about um, a sensitive issue as it relates to um, uh, race relations. Um, Certain comments may be perceived as offensive, and hopefully we can have an intelligent, respectful conversation uh, about this topic today. So I want to say you all just sit tight, and I shall be coming back to you to crank this show up in just a little bit. Okay. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Tony Hollis Live Talk Show Testify. Before we actually get into the show, for those of you who don't know, I had some announcements that I wanted to give. Um, First of all, I want to say that we, excuse me, that we have a school board election coming up. I had some information over here. I think let me try to pull it up here. We got some school board uh, election issues, not issues, but election coming up. There are some seats that are open. And so hopefully, if you all have somewhat of an interest to make yourself a candidate for the Blytheville School Board um, as a Blytheville School Board representative, okay? If you chooses to serve, then please govern yourself to those dates. Uh, these are just the main dates in terms of, when you need to put your petition in circulation, which, if that date is correct, May 19th is when you can start putting your petition into circulation. August the 9th will be the filing period. That's when it opened, the filing period. That's when it opened, uh, August the 9th. And on August the 16th, filing period closed. Okay. Then we have the early voting, which began on November the 7th, 2023. And the election day is November the 14th. Okay, so govern yourselves to those dates. Again, you can start putting your petition into circulation May the 19th. August the 9th is when filing period open. Excuse me. And August the 16th is the when the filing period closed. And early voting begins November the 7th, and the election day November the 14th. So that is the dates for that. There's also some laws that will take effect. I think some of them took effect the last of July, July the 31st, uh, August the 1st. I think others will go into effect. There's like over 100 new laws that go into effect. Uh, some has to do with, as you know, the libraries, that is, there's certain books, certain materials that library will be forbid to have stock on the shelves. Um, if my memory served me correctly, I think anything that is deemed even come close to what they consider uh, teaching uh, racism or reverse racism or CRT or what have you, uh, those libraries will be uh, somewhat penalized. And the same thing goes for schools. The LEARNS Act. You all need to read, really read the LEARNS Act, understand the LEARN Act, uh, to where you will know how to better ask questions and have a clear understanding as to what this LEARN Act that was passed by Arkansas state legislators. What is it all about? Is it good? Is it bad? So you really do need to read the LEARNS Act for the sake of your children. Please read the LEARNS Act. There's other laws in terms of mental people who have mental issues, owning a weapon. There's other laws in terms of traffic construction, when you're speeding going into the vicinity to where they're working on roads. That's supposed to be a big time fine. I mean, to my understanding, that has always been somewhat of you know, a real healthy penalty when they catch you. I guess they don't got their technology all updated now, and so they can pretty much take a picture of your vehicle. I think you get tags and all, and so you could be getting you a citation in the mail if you come through there speeding while construction is going on. And of course, they have other laws in terms of gender, male and female, in particular, wanting you to use the bathroom of your natural born sex. And so that is up in the air. Anyway, there's lawsuits that are being challenged now. No one lawsuit is being challenged when it comes to libraries. And so please govern yourselves to the new laws that has went into effect. And I want to give uh, some prompts to uh, two pastors. One is my pastor, Elder Charles Thomas, and another one down on the south end, Pastor Brian Whitty. Uh, they are very uh, have been very involved in following the state legislators in terms of laws that are coming out, and so it's always uh, uh, breathtaking to me to know that we have ministers who are just as equally concerned uh, with your well-being when you leave outside the four walls of the church. I'm not saying other pastors don't. I'm saying that I thank God for those two who actually communicate with me as it relates to issues outside the church. Okay, Pastor Braggs is another one who's has been fortunate enough to join me. Uh, uh, you know, uh, in certain community activities, as well as Pastor Curtis Smith. I can just go on and on and on. So I better stop because I know I probably don't forget somebody's name. But anyway, we want to get into this. Let me get this off my screen right quick, and we can go ahead and move on. Um, I want to first set the narrative of the show, shall I say, presentation of the show, to where you can get a clear understanding of exactly why I decided to run this show today. I decided to run this show today is because I couldn't do it last week. I had something else to come up. Okay. And so, what we really going to be doing is speaking on this issue as it relates to race relations. Okay. That's something that I think that we really do need to have a more honest, open dialogue in terms of uh, race relations. I know sometimes it's tough for some people to want to talk about race relationships uh, for whatever reason. But let me say this here first of all. I am a community activist, okay, and I understand that there's going to be people who um, have a desire to want to take pot shots at me for whatever reason. I understand that, my skin is tough. I can take it. But there's a certain line that one must not cross. Okay. And when one crossed that line, I think it's fair to address that particular person or persons who have crossed that line. Um, and that happened to me. Many of you know that there is Blavel has a Police, uh, has a Facebook page, Blythe Police Department, to where the citizens can get on and they can speak on certain topics as it relates to police business. Uh, that's basically what it is. It's information that you can uh, you can take in, or you can uh, jump into comments, become part of the social media discussion. Okay, but there are some people who believe that just because there's a certain percentage of folks that speak on a particular issues, others should not speak on, although it's social media. Okay, and I want to show you all now the comments that was made about me, which was stay in your lane. I'm going to explain exactly how that came about. I did have it up here. I wanted to actually put it up here for you all. But the comments that was made to me, which was I was told to stay in your lane. Okay, this was on the Police, uh, Blythe Police Department Facebook page. Now, they pulled one of those Donald Trump moves on me. What I mean by pulling one of those Donald Trump moves on me. When Donald Trump got caught with his pants down, he sent his little uh, one of his little guys to Florida to try to delete uh, what was it? Was it recordings or something to that effect? But that didn't happen. They either they couldn't delete the videos, or they thought they did, or in any case, the videos recordings did not get deleted. Okay, so when you make a decision to want to go and delete something, 9 times out of 10, you want to delete it for a reason. It's either something you said that you don't want to get out, or something that you did you don't want nobody to see. Same thing here, the Blythe Police Facebook page. Now, the comments that was made about me, for some apparent reason, the comments has been taken down. Now, I don't know if it was the Blythe Police Department that took those comments down, or was it the individual himself who took the comments down? In either case, whether it was the Blythe Police Department or whether it was the guy who made those comments, he took them down. And they did it because they know that those comments were problematic. In fact, I believe they thought that certain people who viewed those comments, they would consider those comments perhaps as being offensive to some and maybe okay with others. Now, when we hear that comment, stay in your lane, let me just be fair, okay, on the comment, stay in your lane. Sometimes that's a valid comment to make. What do I mean? Well, let me just give you an example. If you have black and brown people who was born black, who have experienced racism from birth clean up to their adult life, then it would be a little bit frustrating for someone who has not lived black, have not went through all the negative things or hateful things that black people have went through. It would be somewhat, I guess, I don't want to say irresponsible, but it would sort of be somewhat disrespectful for people to talk about something that they have not experienced. It's pretty much like the Holocaust, the Jewish Holocaust. Who am I as a black man to want to talk about the pros and cons of the Jewish Holocaust? That's not my place. First of all, I don't know a lot about it, no more than what I heard. Okay, so that would be pretty much offensive to the Jewish population or Jewish community, who might have had experience uh, those heinous acts that was imposed upon them. Pretty much same with black and brown people. If you have not been born into black and brown skin, it's okay to have a discussion, but in some cases, it's best to listen. Listen to get an understanding. Okay? So staying in your own lane sometimes can be misinterpreted, misconstrued, or misunderstanding, or what have you. Because in some cases, like as I just gave you example, those are times when you do need to stay in your lane because you're speaking on issues that you have not experienced. Okay. Now, let's talk about stay in your lane to where it is somewhat not so good. All right. When you get a group of people, in this particular case, I was talking about a gentleman who I consider a friend. I always say you either a friend or you're something else. And so this gentleman who was somewhat arrested, according to the Blava police report, that this gentleman displayed a firearm. Okay, this was on the Blava police Facebook page. It was a discussion, everyone giving their comments. Okay, but it just so happened when I gave my comments, which they took it down, I couldn't screenshot that. I did get the others. But my comment was basically, if all the gentleman did was display his firearm in public, I didn't see that any laws was broke. Why? Because we are a open carry state, Arkansas. We even got your stand your ground law. We got all these laws. So if that was all that he did was displayed his firearm, my point was there was no crime. Now, had he been brandishing his firearm, pointing it into someone's direction, maybe intimidating them or threatening them with it, okay, you got a crime. But there is nothing that I read in the police report that stated that the gentleman who was arrested did any of that. So that's where it started, with me commenting on a public uh, topic, if you will, that this one particular guy didn't like. So let me just show you, just like when Donald Trump thought that he deleted the video recordings, but come to find out he didn't, they got him. Well, same thing here. Although that they thought that they took down the comments, or they did take down the comments, what they didn't do it fast enough. I screenshotted the comments. I thought that maybe I should screenshot these comments, and I'm finna show you that right now, okay? So let's do that right now. Let's go up here and find these comments who they thought that they took down, what they did take down. But of course, I screenshotted it. Now, this gentleman that you see right now, I meant to show him when I started up the show. This is my kin folks. This is my cousin husband. Uh, His name is Mr. Derek Burton. He's married to my cousin Sean Burton. That was his retirement celebration or ceremony that I attended last night in Memphis, Tennessee. He retired from the Memphis Fire Department after 27 years. You hear me? After 27 years. I think he deserves a little hand clap, don't you? 27 years. And so that was a real heartwarming ceremony that we had for Derek. They gave Derek. They was kind enough to invite me and my brother Harold Hollers. Most of you know him as Lang Lang. We did attend last night, and so I wish you well, my brother. Enjoy the retirement. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into these uh, uh, these screenshots that that I wanted to show you all. Oh, here we go, right here. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can blow that up any for you all. I want to make sure, as I say, I don't like to screen share. I like to always make sure that from what I'm showing you all, that you actually can see. Okay, so let's go up here right now on my phone, and I want to see if you all see what I see. Okay, now um, it don't appear, at least I don't see it. Um, Sometime I get a little bit behind here. I want to make sure that you all see the comments that I'm getting ready to put on the screen here. Uh, I like for um I hate this screen share. I like for someone who perhaps uh, let me go up here again. Ba, 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 ba. I like for someone to shoot me a message to let me know if in fact uh, you can you can see these comments. Let me go to my board here to see if I can see anyone that who can communicate with me. I don't like to screen share you all. Uh, so let's go up here and do it right now. Okay. Oh, there we go, right there. Okay, I found it. I saw what I was doing now. Hopefully we can uh we can get this thing we can get this thing started now. So let's go ahead and start all over, okay? But let's go to the comments. All right. So I think we're on now. Okay. These are the comments right here. I want to try to blow that up a little bit for you. If I may, try to see if we can go as far as we can. Look like that was too much. We're gonna bump it down one. Okay. Now, as I indicated, my comments were strictly it shouldn't have been a crime because the police report indicated that he only displayed his firearm and not threaten anyone. Okay, brandishing his firearm in the direction of people. Okay, so I want you all to look at this comment here. After I said what I said, this is the guy. I don't even know his name. You can read his name. I don't even want to call his name. You can see his name there. He actually was just being very disrespectful, just being a plain butthole, just very disrespectful. All right. And the reason that I'm doing this here is that when people is bold enough to get on social media, and we're talking about a police page. This is the Blava police page. So the question becomes, how did this individual feel so comfortable that he could get on Facebook and do three things? be disrespectful, and be threatening. And I wrote down a third thing. I can't remember what that third thing was. Uh, but I get into the show in a little bit, and it'll come back to me. But uh, yes, and his comments could be deemed as racist. Okay, so let's go up here and read these comments. Okay, this is his response to me. Let me blow that up where I can see it. Were you there? Do you even know what happened? Okay, that's what he responded back to me after I had indicated that, you know, no crime, to my opinion, had been committed. It was only displaying, according to the Blytheville Police Department report. But he came back at me and said, "Were you there? Do you even know what happened?" Okay, here's my response to him, of course. Let me blow it up a little bit. You're correct. This is me talking now. Because I don't recall texting that I witnessed anything. So what's your point? I commented on the word of Blytheville Police Department displaying. Or did you not bother to read the initial post? Okay, so that was that. So let me see. So we go on. Wait, let me go back. Let me go back first. Knock this down. Oh, I don't know if you can see that down at the very bottom there. He come back and he say, don't comment at all on a situation you don't know anything about. Stay in your lane and don't get smart with me. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, how do you tell a grown man what? Yeah. How do you tell a grown man what to do? This comment. Don't comment at all on a situation you don't know nothing about. In other words, what he was saying to me was, shut up. Be quiet. Hush. Didn't nobody ask you nothing. This is us talking. Stay in your lane. You feel me? Do you feel what I'm saying? Stay in your lane. And then he tops it off with, don't you get smart with me. I'm like, what the hell? Now you don't come at me being disrespectful to me. And now you have the audacity to text me, don't you get smart with me, after you completely making a butthole of yourself. You tell me, or you text me, don't you get smart with me. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, this is what I text back. Let me see if I can blow that up. This is what I text back. I say, first, you might want to bring it down, because you do realize you are texting in adult. You don't have to dog whistle, if you get my drift when I say dog whistle. Just text what's on your mind. Now, this is my last texting to you, because it's clear you're choosing to be disrespectful. So I'm done. I only welcome intelligent, respectful minds. Good night. Now, I thought that that would be the end of it. I really did. I thought that that would be the end of it. But no, he come back. Let's see if we can find that one. He comes back. And he go, the response I expected from you, coward. He called me a coward. And I'm like, where did that come from? Coward. Well, first of all, for those who know me, know that the word coward is not in my DNA, not even an ounce. As I said back here a few weeks ago, you better do a background check on Tony Hollers before you come at me like that. All right? So, call me a coward. And I don't even think oh yes. And I think I made one last comment. Let me see if I can find that. I think I might have made one last comment. Yeah, here we go. I made a comment, my last comment. Are you threatening me? You know, first he being disrespectful. His comments had a racial tone to it. You know, talking to me like I'm some little 6-year-old. Now he come telling me that's what he expected from a coward. Then that's when I say, are you threatening me? And of course, I let him have the last word because I just got tired of going back and forth with this complete disrespectful butthole. Okay? And so that was that. Okay? And so I'm getting ready to close this out. Okay? I'm getting ready to close that out. And I want to say to the audience, those of you who's looking on, you know, I want to say to you, and I want to ask this question. When this fellow told me to stay in my lane, okay, when he told me to stay in my lane, I want to ask this question. Were those comments, were they honest? Or was those comments, was it a dog whistle? Were they honest comments or were they a dog whistle? What say you? You can text or you can call the Tony Hollers Live Talk Show Testify. 870-740-1515. Many of you see it scrolling across the top there above my head. And so that's the question that I have. Was those comments honest? Or was it a dog whistle? What say you? And so I'm getting ready to go to my board to see if I can see any comments on my board. If not, I'm going to say a few other things, and then I'm going to pretty much close out this show. Okay. I can't even find my comments now. Okay. I have a call coming in, so we're going to take this call and see what is what. Okay, I have look like we lost that caller. Hopefully that caller will call back. Hopefully that caller will call back. Let me see exactly who was that calling. Uh, well, the line is busy now, and so hopefully that caller will call back. The line is busy right now, so hopefully that caller will call back. But I was trying to go to my comment board, uh, if I can find it. I was trying to go to it to see exactly were there any comments that I needed to take, and I don't see those comments yet. Uh, Anyone sending me comments in. Uh, but anyway, that is exactly what I wanted to share with you all. I meant to share it last week, but like I said, I had another uh, show that I needed to do, and so for that reason is is why I'm just not broadcasting this show now. But anyway, um, I'm trying to find. Look like I'm missing something over here. I'm trying to find my board for my comments there, and for some apparent reason, let me take this out. Oh, there we go. Uh, it was hiding out on me. So we're going to the board now. I've had it all hid out on me. So again, we see those that who have tuned in, um, and I want to say to my sister there, that's Miss Barbara Jackson. I want to say she's saying hi, Tony. How you doing, sis? You doing all right? Uh, Hope you're enjoying the show thus far. Okay. Uh, and of course, look like we got this caller calling back again. Let's see who it is. Look like I'm getting some. Let me call this caller back. Y'all just give me one break here. Look like we keep getting a we keep getting. I think it's me hanging up on the caller. I don't think it has anything to do with the caller. So just give me 1 minute here, because I'm coming to the comments, but I want to see what this caller has to say. So let me just call this caller back.
Hello, Mr. Tony Hollis.
Well, how you doing there?
Yes, this is Priscilla Williams. I'm calling to see if there's a little dog whistling going on with this subject you got going on, Mr. Hollis.
All right. So what say you, Mrs. Williams, your faithful follower of mine? Glad you're tuning in. Look like we're getting some feedback there. All right. So what say you, Mrs. Williams, your faithful follower of mine? Look like we're getting some feedback there, Miss Williams. Let me do this here. Are you still there?
Okay, Mr. Hollis, you want me to call you back?
Yeah, because we're getting some feedback. All right. So call me back, okay?
Yes, I'm still here.
All right, call me back. We're getting some feedback.
Okay, Mr. Hollis, you want me to call you back?
Yes, call me back.
Okay, I'll call you back.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a caller I was trying to take. But as I say, how you doing? We see Miss Williams who tried to call me. Hello, Mr. Hollis. Glad to see you once again. We got my brother Clifford Allen. How you doing, my brother? Very close brother of mine. We got Miss Blanche Sutherland. She pretty much just speaking. Miss Regina Jenkins, Tony Daniels. He got to come in. Let me blow that up where I can see it. He say they've been like that for years. They don't like black people, and so again, you know, I imagine I don't have to ask him, was it honest? Whether it was comments honest or was it a dog whistle? So I imagine from Mr. Tony Daniels, he calling it a dog whistle. and I think, he have a uh, very uh, valid reason to think that, considering what I just read to you all, uh, of course. Uh, and also we have, let me see, I know this many people on here. We have Tomorrow Love, he just speaking, I guess. Victor Gregory just speaking. Miss Linda Cannon, uh, he just got on. She's just speaking. My cuz, Sean Williams. I really enjoyed you last night, cuz, Sean. We have Miss Rugg. Uh, he should have stayed in his daddy. What is that? He should have stayed in his daddy nutsack. I can't stand them people. Again, I don't have to ask you, was it honest comments? Was it a dog whistle? And so I thank you for your comments as well. Uh, where are we? I'm gonna try to get everybody that I can. Uh, we have we got Cuz there. We got uh, Tequila, uh, Gregory. Uh, he was being a smart A. I don't guess I need to try to put those other two letters on that. You all pretty much can figure that out. Uh, thank you, Miss Gregory. So I take it it's a dog whistle. Uh, how you doing there, brother David? Is that brother Cody? Brother Cody. Just what I about to say. The meaning of that post, bro. Ooh-wee. And so I guess I can take it from you that you're saying you're calling it a dog whistle as well. Uh, it's either got to his comments either got to be his comments has to be either uh, honest or of course it was a dog whistle. So I see the majority of the comments that I'm seeing now uh, actually you all are saying it's a dog whistle. Okay. So let's go back. Where are we? Ba, 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 ba. Okay. That's Miss Blanche. You are not a child. You're a grown man. Thank you. I mean, I'm like, do this person actually realize who he's speaking to? I mean, telling me not to get smart, stay in your lane. Uh, you don't know what goes on. I mean, just being a plum butthole. He should be embarrassed the way he conducted himself. He tried to get a bite out of me, tried to bring me down to his level, acting a butthole like him, but I didn't give him the satisfaction. I just let him be him. And myself, uh, I was going to be me. And in the end, I think I came out smelling like a rose, and he came out, as I say, smelling like a butthole. Uh, but anyway, that was that. Uh, so where are we? Uh, this is Mother Parnell. What does it mean to stay in your lane? Well, I think in my situation, I can only speak for me. In my situation, when those words were spoken to me, uh, I took it to be offensive. Uh, and I think it's fair to say that the majority, well, first of all, as it relates to the gun being displayed, this 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 was in a white establishment, okay, a white business, and I imagine there were nothing probably but white customers in there. Like he said, I wasn't there. I'm just guessing, giving my opinion as to who was present, okay. And so, and I imagine, as we all know, the Blava Facebook page, I think it's fair to say that the majority of those comments are actually from white people. Very few black people participate uh, on the Blava Police Facebook page. Um, and so I was a minority in a conversation where they was talking about a public issue, and so it was almost like uh, I needed a hush. Nobody invited you. Stay in your lane. In other words, you stay over there on your side. You know, that's the way uh, I took it. You know, his comments was very insensitive, inconsiderate, and Lord know, very offensive to me. You know, and the only thing that I could come up with as to why he spoke to me the way that, I mean, not spoke to me, but how he texted me the way that he did. Uh, I had formed in my mind, had determined that, it was racial tone. Okay. But I didn't stoop to his level, to throw stone for stone. I just let him be him. And I uh, was going to be me. And so that's what it means, you're not welcome. It's pretty much like Trayvon Martin, uh, you know, although that was his community, couldn't walk to the store. What was it? Iced tea and a bag of Skittles on his way home with iced tea, can of iced tea, and a bag of Skittles. That young kid is no longer with us because you had some hot-head cop profiled him to be trouble. Same thing, we just celebrated Emmett Till. You all know what happened to Emmett Till. He was beaten to where his face was disfigured. And his mom wanted to show the world the hate, the racism that exists back in that era. And fast forward today, we still are speaking about race relations, all the dog whistling. We just can't get over this hump when it comes to treating people the way that we would like to be treated. So again, when Maya Angelou, what's her famous word? That when somebody show you who they are, believe them the first time. This guy who uh, wrote those comments toward me, he didn't have to write the next comment. After he said, stay in your lane, I was convinced at that point where he was coming from. Very offensive. Uh, we have that's Sister Mosley. How you doing? We have a Sister Watkins, dog whistle. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for your comment, dog whistle. There go Cuz, Sean. How you doing, sweetie? Uh, she said, I asked you the same thing. Exactly. Why can't people just treat people right? Okay. And we got Miss Watkins again. I'm gonna blow this up where I can read it. It says, stay in your lane. I think you mean mind your own business. They prejudice. Uh, that can, if it's simply as me minding my own business, because I don't like nosy folks either, unless it's for safety concerns, neighborhood watch or something like that. Yeah, I welcome nosy neighbors when it comes to neighborhood watch. I want all the nosy neighbors as I can get when it comes to neighborhood watch, because I think it's fair to say that for the city of Blytheville, this city is notorious for crime. So please, I welcome all nosy people to watch me, watch my property, and by all means, watch each other. Okay. Brother Willie Reed, Hello, Mr. Hollis. Hello, Brother Reed. Mr. Reed, how you doing? We have Miss Watkins again. She's just speaking as well. Miss Mello, she considered it a threat. As a matter of fact, I asked that question. Especially when he used the word coward. I think there was other comments that he had in there, wanted to meet to discuss. I'm like, what the heck? We meeting? I mean, why should I meet you? I mean, you're being a plumb butthole already on social media. So why would I even want to talk to you? Why do I even want to see you, meet you, to even say anything to you? So it was almost like this person was saying when he wanted to meet, I guess it was going to go down. That's the way I interpret that. And then he come back with the word, just like I thought, coward. I laughed on that. He just don't know. He just don't know. But anyway, that was that. Okay. Exactly, I did. I treated it as a threat. And let me stop right there on the word threat. Again, this is the police page, y'all. Blythe police page. You would think that someone would have called me. If not that, you would think that whoever is the administrator of this Blythe police page, you would think that they would have come back on that day that these comments was text in the news feed. You would think that the Blythe police administrator would have posted a message warning all comments be respectful. And if you do not obey the rules, then you will be barred. Now, I bet this guy, I bet you any money he's not barred from Blythe Police Facebook page. Why should he? They allow him to get away with it. They actually tried to take down the comments, but I screenshotted it. So this guy gets no reprimand, or shall I say, there's no penalty. So there is nothing that will prevent this guy from being a butthole again to somebody else, because Blythe police administrator allow those comments. Because if they didn't allow it, they would immediately have posted something on their page warning all comments to be respectful. I had not read anything about that. Maybe it's because it's Tony Hollis. I don't know. But anyway, this is my cousin, Sean. Enjoyed you and Lang Lang. Thanks again for coming. She's speaking about we attended her husband 27 years retirement ceremony last night. Okay, this is my neighborhood sister, Miss Sandra McBride, all the way from Georgia, I believe. I was late logging on. So what is a dog whistle? Well, let me just put it like this. When someone wants to be offensive to another, and they're speaking with a particular group that look like them, and the person that they he or she wants to make comments about that other person who looks different than them, but they don't want that person to understand what they're saying. So what they do, they talk in what we call a dog whistle. In other words, it's giving little hints uh, uh, to only the group understand what they're talking about. But if you're like me, if you have lived it, breathed it, felt it, and certainly understand it, you can catch every dog whistle that come your way. So that's basically what it is. They actually is being mean-spirited. Sometimes the dog whistle can be offensive. Uh, and in some cases, these dog whistles, they come in new terms that we're not familiar with, but they are, that particular group. And so there are some dog whistles that I'm not in knowledge of. I have to be fair. But if I hear something that don't sound right, like you, Miss McBride, I asked the question, as you did, what is a dog whistle? So hopefully you see where I'm going with it, or I went with it. That's Miss William, a threat all the way around. As I say, disrespectful, a threat, and the comments at the least was very offensive. All 3 points, as I indicated, disrespectful, a threat, and the comments was very offensive. It was more like racial tone. Okay, this is Sister Davis. Let me blow this up. Police business is public knowledge. Social media is open to the public. If you feel threatening, Tony, file a complaint. It don't do no good. What I'm doing right now, this is my complaint to you all. You all are my record. Okay. It wasn't too long ago that I had filed a complaint. Just a few months ago, they laughed it off. Just laughed it off. I mean, I'm still going to take care of me. I mean, if the push come to shove, Tony going to take care of Tony. All right. But I tried to do the right thing, filed the complaint. They laughed it off. I mean, I'm sort of paraphrasing, of course. I mean, they didn't actually look me in the face and laugh it off, but you get where I'm coming from. They didn't take it serious. And it was a serious complaint that I filed a few months ago. They did nothing. And so with me having the platform that I have, you all are my complaint. You all hear it right now. So you all have a record right now of what I'm talking about. Okay? So I'm not going to go down there and give them the satisfaction of laughing it off again. But I do encourage you. Don't do like myself. I do encourage you. File a complaint when you have been wrong. Okay? Please do. File a complaint. Let me go back. Of course, we have Miss Cannon. How long we been on? The 1 hour coming up. We're gonna try to get through this real quick. I got maybe about 2 minutes. I hate that happened. But you're right. He said what he said. We have to be careful. Some police officers are hateful. I don't know if this guy is a police officer or not. I don't know. But one thing I will say is that there was he suffered no consequences for his offensive remarks. I guess he's above reproach because no one has said anything to me. I'm the victim. No one has said anything to me. And so I guess, no harm done. This is Cuz, good you screenshot. Paper trail, exactly. What I'm doing right now, I'm giving you all the information as well. So hopefully you all can document this as well. Y'all, should it happen to you, then you can, flash back on what happened to me. And there is clear evidence that, you're not the only one that it happened to. It happened to Tony Hollis, or it happened to Susie Hollis, Jesse Hollis, Mary Hollis. You get my point where I'm going. As you stated, paper trail. All right. Uh, this is Sister McBride again. She says she got it. Thanks, my sister. I know you will. You're very smart. Okay, we're down at the bottom now. This is Miss Cannon. I know firsthand how they did my nephew. That's Miss Cannon. She talking about her nephew, Rayshawn Warren. Every time I think about that case, it just does something to me. We have those who may say, well, they didn't crush his throat. That's what's been said. There was no evidence of it. That's what is being said, according to the doctor report. It's one thing that we do know is that they treated Rayshawn indifferent. It was hot that night. They was jokingly amongst themselves, cursing Rayshawn out, speaking mean to him, had their foot on him, on different parts of his body, treated him like a dog. Mosquitoes was biting. They sprayed some on themselves, but didn't spray none on Rayshawn. They treated him indifferent. And he laid there, not making any sounds. That should have been a red flag. All the time, he was yelling continually. And all of a sudden, he become quiet. And time just passed by and passed by and passed by until then, when somebody finally decided to kneel down to call his name, it was too late. Lost too much oxygen. That's because they treated him indifferent, which contributed to his death. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that's it. We're down at the bottom. I thank you all for tuning in. Again, don't forget about the elections and all the different bills that the Arkansas state legislators has passed. Please, again, govern yourselves to the school board election in November. Make yourself a candidate. I'm speaking to Blythe. Make yourself a candidate. We definitely need new representation on the Blythe School Board. We need new representation. Please make yourself a candidate for office for the Blythe School Board. And I want to say to Osceola, I understand and I've read and I've heard the concerns in regards to, the state that your school are in. Again, I wasn't trying to be mean-spirited when I say look in the mirror. You only have yourself to blame. You must be involved in your children's education, Osceola. You have a duty to hold those people accountable. I've heard we got bad leadership. Okay. Bad leadership is not going to correct itself if you don't get involved. Why do you think some people that who are in leadership positions, that is the police department. In this particular case, we talk on the school board. Why do you think that they continue to do what they do? Is because they know you are not going to hold them accountable. So why should they stop? Why should they stop? You still gonna be a knot on the log. You ain't gonna do nothing. You gonna complain, and that's it. So why should they stop? You even said yourself. You calling them. You say we got bad leadership. What you gonna do about it? Why won't you hold them accountable? And I will say this here. I did speak with the Superintendent Green. Well, we text, of course, and he did offer me a visit, an invitation to visit the school, and wanted to show me some things in terms of what they're trying to do or what they are doing to try to, I guess, move the Osceola School District to the next level. And I'm the kind of person that love to work in diplomacy, working with the other side. I don't think that we need to have the petition up just because we disagree with a particular person or we not like a particular person. Don't mean that we shouldn't come together to talk and try to understand how we can work together and hopefully produce something that is going to benefit for everybody, where it's a win-win all the way around. Okay, and so that's what I'm about. And so hopefully, maybe in the next couple of weeks, of course, or what have you, I will be taking the superintendent, Osceola superintendent, that is. I'm not talking about my superintendent. This woman been here for over a year and had not even picked up the phone and took my call. Okay, and so I will say one thing. At least the Osceola Superintendent Green, have had enough desire to want to reach out and not knowing what to expect or what he going to get from me, but he reached out. My superintendent here in Blythe hadn't so much looked at me, let alone spoke to me. But anyway, that's all I have, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed the broadcast. And I want to say, may you all have a remaining, look like we got some more comments here. We got Miss William. Blythe police is so wrong in many ways. And I am not scared. That's Miss Williams. We got my cousin, Sean Burden. Enjoy listening to the show. Thanks for tuning in. Cuzzo, thanks for tuning in. We got Miss William again, especially about the situation when my daughter was killed in 2020. So everyone has a story, we see. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's my show. And I want to say, hopefully you all will come back next week if I be broadcasting. I don't know. But hopefully you all will come back next week and you all will again join me on the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show. And we hopefully will be bringing you another great show, one that I think that you will find very interesting, okay? And so we're going to go ahead and try to get out of here. And I want to say, please, tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in to the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show. Because trust me, this is the only show that is your platform that you can come and share your story. Okay? No 2 minutes, no 3 minutes. You can tell it and you can tell it all. So God bless, peace and love, and good night.